This is the Astros Postcast, your instant game reaction for the Houston Astros, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
The Astros needed a hero on Sunday. It looked like it was going to be one of these shows that we come on here and talk about a whole lot of bad. Guess what did not happen? They didn't force us to talk about bad because Isaac Paredes and also Yainer Diaz, got to give credit to Yainer Diaz. Those two come up clutch there for the Astros in the 8th inning as they get the runs that they need on the board, or excuse me, the 7th and the 8th inning, for the Astros to get back into that baseball game and win that baseball game over the Texas Rangers and split the series. Very, very huge to go ahead and do that instead of walking out of there, losing 3 out of 4. I mean, just a completely different feeling than we would have had, an hour and a half ago. I was sitting there, and I don't know about you guys, I was sitting there kicking myself, knowing what we'd have to talk about. Today's episode, by the way, is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers get $200 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. By the way, welcome to the Locked On Astros Postcast here this afternoon. Sorry if I am I feel like I'm all over the place right now. I'm a little bit under the weather. We're trying to battle through it here today. We don't feel unbelievable. I got a little bit of sinus thing going on. That's okay though. We're here to talk Astros wins, baby, and that's as good as it gets. Isaac Paredes. What are you talking about more than anything else? Well, I think you probably know.
This is what you'll be talking about.
This team went out there today, and they were getting no hit into the 7th inning before Yainer Diaz hit the home run. And really, they played this game today like it was a getaway game. Because, it is a getaway day game. But they played it like that. I don't know if anybody else caught that vibe today, but it just was – they were going up there and they were hacking. First pitch all day long. Now, I think in part – maybe it was the game plan. And if there's some analytics behind it, whatever it is, I didn't love the fact that they were just constantly swinging at everything today. I even saw it when the Astros, before they got the home run from Isaac Paredes there, the 3-run jack. And obviously Chris Martin comes out of the bullpen, throws one pitch, gets hurt. And then they bring in Garcia, and Garcia – this guy is ice cold. He has to go and do a full warm-up on the mound out there in front of the whole stadium. He wasn't expected to get in the game there at all. But first 2 pitches the guy throws out of the bullpen, the Astros swing at. Pena pinch hitting there for Brendan Rodgers, swings at one and pops out. And then Dubon basically with the swinging butt on the second pitch. And I'm sitting here like, What are you doing? Make them throw a pitch. Take a look at one real quick. It's okay. And it's a fine line. Like when we sit here, you and I and everybody else that discusses baseball, like one night that they go out there and they don't do that or they attack everything, everybody loves it. And the next night they don't, it's never going to be perfect. There are things at play that you and I are never going to completely know as to why their approach is on, overall the way that it is on a given night. But I didn't love watching them first pitch swing constantly. Look, they let Leiter get into a groove, and that's the thing that I just don't, love is that if they do that, and today you let Leiter get into a groove and that guy rolled. That's a young kid, too. This isn't some seasoned vet. He looked like a seasoned vet today against the Astros. We know the reality of the situation offensively is that they're not good enough consistently to be great in terms of run production and whatnot. That's just the truth. That's okay. Like I always say, if they pitch at an elite level, it's just going to be different. But the one thing that you can control, they talked a lot about that. Today's game was more like the 2024 Astros than it was so far the 2025 Astros. I do feel like they've done a better job of taking pitches this year, making pitchers work. Something that they were just absolutely terrible at last season. But when you let these guys get into these runs like Leiter did today, I mean, it's just at some point you got to take a big step back and go, hey, we take a few here. Ends up working out, like I mentioned. Get into that seventh there, and they start putting I think they might have just put the graphic up on the screen, which I don't know if you guys watched the broadcast tonight or today. I should guess that you watched the broadcast. I did not turn the volume of it on. I did not want to listen to Dave Raymond, the Rangers broadcaster, call the game. I know Jeff Blum was on there, which was great, but they put that graphic up, and I don't think I'd noticed it before. That they were saying that he's got a no-hitter. He's throwing a no-hitter through whatever it was at that point, and then Yainer just pokes that one out to right. And what do you know? Carries out over that little fence over there to the bullpen. And that got you in the right spot. And I know the Rangers have pitched really well so far this season overall. But there's clearly a little bit of a pucker factor for Bruce Bochy and his bullpen. To even if the pitch count was low, to be sending Leiter back out there for the eighth like he did, and it set it all up. And look, then there's the free thing that happens again. Chris Martin, and then, going ahead and ambushing Garcia there for a big one. And it was Paredes that does it again. Honestly, where would this team be without Isaac Paredes this year? I don't know. And it's not like he's been an otherworldly player. He's been a solid above average major league hitter. Like, he's got an 800 OPS. It's well above average, which is good. Not hitting for a ton of power. Today was his 7th home run. It's not like he hits monster bombs by any means. Runs batted in 24, so it's not an incredible amount of runs batted in. He's been kind of in spots in the lineup. That's all lineup dependent. And, he's hitting 259. He gets on base at a great clip. We've talked a lot about his eye. He's getting on base at a 372 clip so far this year. But I've mentioned it once, and I'll mention it again. I did not expect this. I did not expect to be won over by him as it's an acceptable third baseman. Again, it's always going to be difficult to love a guy that's right after a guy that was a franchise icon and who's also gone off and he's playing MVP level baseball for the team that he went and signed with for a contract that you look at it on paper and go, that's pretty doable. But Paredes, man, I mean, if there's anybody that stepped up when they need him to this year, I mean, we know Jeremy Pena has, outside of today, this season. And you haven't got anything from Jordan. I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it out loud. Jose Altuve looks horrible. And I'm seriously concerned about rapid decline here. In year one, I think this is year 1 of that extension. Yikes. Yainer's not been great, but he steps up occasionally. They've needed somebody. And it's been Isaac Paredes. Credit to him. Not afraid of the moment. Going out there and doing his thing. And he hit the big swing, had the big swing today and put the Astros out in front. And we're talking about a win instead of a loss. Let's talk about Fromber's Day for a minute. Let's also take a look at the series against the Rays next here on the Locked On Astros Postcast. Well, it is mid-afternoon right now. I could go for a snack. And if you're looking for a snack that's both delicious and nutritious, crack into a good source of protein with Wonderful Pistachios. Wonderful Pistachios is one of the highest protein nuts. Each 1 ounce serving has 6 grams of protein, giving you over 10% of your daily value. Plus, they're packed with fiber and better for you unsaturated fats to help keep you feeling fuller longer. Personally, I love the no shells variety. It's the perfect grab and go snack for busy days, whether I'm sitting here at this desk, out on the road, or just need a quick protein boost. They're always my go-to. And if you love the cracking sound of opening every shell, well, go ahead and get that satisfying crunch with the in-shell options that are an absolute classic favorite. Get snacking and get cracking with the snack that packs the protein punch. Visit wonderfulpistachios.com to learn more. Before we get back to our Astros discussion, the NBA playoffs are in full swing, and every night delivers highlight-worthy performances, major momentum shifts, and can't-miss moments. Whether it's a game-winning shot or a breakout player, there's never been a better time to get in on the action. FanDuel makes it easy to stay in the game before tip-off or live with player props, performance trends, same-game parlays. Fans have more ways than ever to play smart and win big. New to FanDuel? It's the perfect time to sign up. Head to FanDuel.com and place your first $5 bet. If it wins, you'll get $200 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Astros finding a way to split the 4-game series over the Texas Rangers. Thanks to Isaac Paredes hitting the big 3-run jack in the 8th inning, and they go ahead and get out of town on a happy flight. You don't want a not-happy flight. They're going to have a happy flight over to Tampa, Florida today, and then go and play some outdoor baseball over the next 3 days in Tampa. That series that's one of them that the Astros should look at and go, you should go win, but I can't sit here and do that with this Astros team. That's the one thing I can't do is they should absolutely win these games. 6:05 tomorrow, 6:05 Tuesday, 12:05 on Wednesday. I'll go ahead and start giving you guys the warning now. I have maybe a very big event this week that very may well keep us from doing a show 2 days in a row. I just don't know the day on it yet. It's just kind of how it works. In the 12 o'clock game on Wednesday. If I can pull it off, I will absolutely pull it off. So that series is going to be big. Fromber today. We didn't even talk a lot about Fromber yet. He was, one bad inning there, but does Fromber things. 7 innings, a 3-run ball, 8 strikeouts, a walk, 3.57 now the ERA, and 3-4 on the season. That 1 inning sucked. It probably could have wrecked him. Could have given him a loss today. Thank goodness the bats climbed back, and they, rewarded him with a no decision. He's starting to round into form. He's going to get paid some big bucks. He's not going to get paid a long contract by anybody, but, he's starting to pitch like a guy that is going to get himself paid at some point after this season. And good for him that he's going to go do that somewhere else, obviously, but that's 3 consecutive starts now where he's gone 7, 8, and 7. And if you go back to his last start of April now, he went 8 in that one. He went 5 in the next one. So that's 4 out of the last 5, though, where he's worked 7 or more, and he did 8 in 2 of them. So he's giving them what they need. They need him to go out there and eat 7 innings basically every time, and he's doing that. And you can't even pretend to downplay how important that is for a baseball team. Bullpen behind him today. Bray, you got a little shaky there. It's Brayu. That's what he does. He doesn't like to make things easy on your stomach. And then Josh Hader. I feel like sometimes you can't be like, oh, yeah, great job doing your job. But you know what? I got to give him a little credit there. The guy's gone out and he's having a tremendous 2025 season. He is 11 for 11 in save opportunities so far this year, and that ERA is at 1.8. And he's doing it unlike Abreu, where there's traffic and whatnot, and it stresses you out a bit. He's doing it clean a lot of times. It's huge. He is earning that $95 million that he was given before last season. Good for him. The Astros need that. All this would have been. Could you imagine doing all this what the Astros are doing this season, which is not hitting the baseball and being very stressful for all of us as fans? Could you imagine doing all of that with a closer that was shaky like Josh Hader was last year. I couldn't. Could not handle it. Absolutely could not. Tomorrow night, when it wraps up, Astros and Rays, make sure you come right back here to this channel. Join me for the Locked On Astros Postcast. You guys go enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Go watch the golf. We'll talk again tomorrow night after Astros and Rays, the Locked On Astros Postcast.